You're live, John.
Hey, welcome back to Judicial Dollars and Cents at the PILMMA Super Summit in San Antonio, Texas. My guest this morning is Jorge Virguez.
Close. Virguez.
There you
go.
And he has a husband and wife firm in Atlanta. They've been around for about 13 years, and they do personal injury work. Jorge, what else can you tell me about your firm?
Yeah, so we started primarily as an immigration law firm. Right out of law school, we started we passed the bar, and had $1,500 each, and we just started hustling. And so started primarily doing immigration work, some criminal defense work, and also some PI. And gradually over the years, the PI in a bigger presence in our practice, and it's primarily what we do now.
Do you do any immigration work still?
We do still have the practice open. It's about 20 or 30% of our practice now.
I'm going to tell you a story real quick about a firm I just talked to that they did $7 million worth of work in 24. In 25, they did $12 million worth of immigration only work.
Okay.
And they thought they would hit 20 this year. It fell off the table.
Yeah.
And really, they diagnosed the issue as it's not an intake problem. It's a client fear that if I raise my hand and try and apply for something, that there'll be a target.
Yeah.
And so it really has put a stop to immigration work.
100%. I think if you're just in immigration practice, I think it's tough. It's tough out there because you have to pivot, and there's only so many things you can do when there's outside forces that are kind of handcuffing what you can do. So it's a little tough.
So in the PI world, tell me about what type of PI cases do you take? How do you get them? How do you flow them through the office?
Yeah, so we do a lot of different marketing, whether it's going to be the traditional TV, billboards. We're also on radio, Spanish TV. And so our clientele is primarily 60-40% Spanish speaking. And then we do the standard SEO, PPC, trying to get into this AI, right? Like a lot of other people trying to see how that can implement into the firm. And then we get a lot of referrals, though, which is good. So I think 50% of our cases are about referrals still, meaning that we're doing a good job. Not perfect, but doing a good job of doing a decent job so where people are referring us.
That is awesome. Now, what case management system are you using?
We use FileVine.
Love FileVine.
Yeah, with Lead Docket, right? So Lead Docket's integrated for all the leads, and then we go to FileVine.
We're big on data, and FileVine has a great open database that you can create reports just about anything you need. Additionally, it bridges out to QBO, which is what most firms use in the accounting system. Is that what you're using?
We're using QuickBooks.
Okay, yeah, that's QuickBooks.
Yeah.
But they have a nice bridge, so it makes it seamless that it's just feeding that information right in there.
No, it's been great. I mean, I think the more that we can automate and make things efficient, the better it's been being run.
So with FileVine, do you have the ability to forecast your revenue at all?
With FileVine, yes. I mean, we have in a way. We also have, I don't know if you heard Domo, which is integrates with FileVine, but that's been great because it's a great tool that we use to forecast how many cases we have open, per case manager, per assistant, per attorney, and we can kind of forecast depending on our case value, like what we're thinking it's going to be closing.
Do you have a handle on how many cases per month you're closing, or how many are coming in the door?
So coming in the door, we average between 65 to 75 right now. Coming in the door, and then closing, we're trying to get it up to between about 50, 40 to 50, kind of our sweet spot. Sometimes a little bit less, but that's our goal as a firm, is try to close between 40 to 50 and open about 75 cases.
How many people you got now?
All together with both departments, we're close to 40. Yeah, with a lot. We are using a lot of VAs as well included in that, so that's been good.
So, one office or multiple?
We have 3 offices. So we're primarily in Atlanta, in the metro. It's in Duluth, which is Gwinnett County, Lawrenceville, which is close by, and then Augusta is our 3rd office.
Do you plan to try and keep growing? I mean, you're a young man, so.
Maybe some more satellite offices, but I think with how things are moving these days, right? It's about scaling. I feel like it's about scaling down and be more efficient, trying to cut the overhead costs more, especially with the economy and things like that nature. So with AI and how things are moving, I think it's more about just working smarter and not necessarily doing the traditional, just big offices everywhere with huge staff.
Yeah, one of my retired partners used to say all the time, it's not about what you bring in, it's about what you keep.
And that's a good one. Yeah. 100%.
So you brought up AI.
Yes.
That seems to be all anyone's talking about. We're trying to use it in our practice to create some efficiency. How are you using AI?
So I think we're still that kind of in the infant stage of it, right? I mean, we'll use it for the basics, like, hey, help me do this or help me do that. but we haven't gone into the weeds of it, of trying to build out workflows yet. And that's hopefully the next phase of it, where we'll start leveraging it more to help us to really move a case forward. So I'm kind of excited about that, but we'll see how that goes.
Do you ever employ any nurses or outsource to analyze medical records?
No, I think, well, one of the AIs that we do use is, it's one of the vendors here, actually, Law Pro AI. I'll give them a shout out. They've been great because they do medical records, they analyze your medical records.
Right.
So that's been a game changer for us, where we put all our medical records in, tells us, with oversight, this is what we see. We'll ask it, what's the strengths, weaknesses, what are the diagnostic findings. And so it's been great because it's being able to cut down time for my team, having to sit there and just, go through each and every medical record.
Yeah, I think AI is going to be a game changer for all of us, in that it's going to create some process efficiency on the repeatable things.
Yeah.
We have to have some human oversight.
Correct.
But the key thing is, what do we do with that capacity that we create? I'm hopeful that we don't just fill it in with more work. I'm hopeful that we spend time with family and friends and do higher level work with some of that time.
Exactly.
There's got to be a balance.
There's got to be a balance. And like you said, I think it's about leveraging your time. That's how I see it, leveraging it and doing other things that will be beneficial, whether it's like family, friend, more higher level things.
Managing your firm and creating a firm that you can work on instead of working.
Exactly.
Yeah. So from Atlanta, if I was going to go to Atlanta, where is a non-touristy great restaurant that I should go to?
Oh, that's a good question.
Any cuisine.
Any cuisine. I'm a big Persian guy. I don't know if you like Persian food. There's actually a hole in the wall in Johns Creek where I live. It's really good. It's called Persian Basket. Yeah. It's not super fancy, not a lot of ambiance, but the food is amazing. So that's a great spot.
That's what you want. It's really good food. I don't care what the place looks like, as long as it's somewhat clean.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I want to get back to finances.
Sure.
And what we do is provide 3 legs of a stool for a firm on a fractional basis. We do either the bookkeeping, which many firms have an internal person that's doing that very well. Then we do the advisory, where we help oversee the bookkeeping, we do the reconciliations, and we help close the books on a timely basis and go over them with you. And the 3rd leg of the stool is taxes. And they're totally independent of each other. If you have a great bookkeeper and a great CPA, we can work with them and just do the advisory piece. But we think that what we really excel at is forecasting your cash flows, even in a contingent environment. But more importantly, firms' value is tied to, in part, its financial maturity. So we have a financial maturity model assessment that lets you self-grade 5 areas of your finance function. And it takes about 10 minutes to do. A little fairy dropped my book in your room last night, Judicial Dollars and Cents. And in there, if you go to the website, you can find this maturity model. I would encourage you to take that, because even if you think things are humming, you can always get incrementally better, and it'll give you areas to focus on over the next 6 to 12 months.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Jorge, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for being on the show, and thank you all for listening to Judicial Dollars and Cents. Until next time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Judicial Dollars and Cents, presented by Anders Virtual CFO Services. If you found value in today's conversation, be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcast. To learn more about how Anders helps law firms strengthen their financial foundations and drive growth, visit anderscpa.com. Until next time, keep making smart decisions that make perfect sense.